first fought, what would you say his strengths were?
The strength is the key word. He is stronger than he looks. In fact, actually, when I talked to Grant, he actually went into a strongman contest against Ollie Thompson, who was Britain's strongest man, and beat him, and he weighed in only at 100 kilos.
So we're talking about a very powerful young man here in the red corner of the cage.
Now it's time. Well, please welcome our next fighter.
And here comes Colin Lewis's opponent to the cage, Robert Devane. And Pierre, a very focused man.
Without a doubt. I've seen some fight footage of him, and I tell you what, the thing I love about this guy is he's got BAMMA-esque style. And what that means is he comes here every single time, wherever he fights, and he's willing to take a shot, to give a shot. His game plan is, let's close down that distance. I want him down on the floor, and I just want to unleash what? You got it, hell.
And is it fair to say, Pierre, once he's got you down on the floor, this man is a finisher?
Oh, without a doubt. Once he gets you onto the floor, that is his world. And I tell you what, I've never seen somebody quite as dangerous as with that ground and pound. But instead of dropping bombs left and right, he really, really loves to throw those elbows.
Well, the thing is here, it's a great way to start. We've got BAMMA for the National Indoor Arena. We've got such a great show in prospect, Pierre.
Let me go on, let me just throw it out on the line for you. If I wasn't working here tonight with you, I'd be out there at the ticket sales trying to get into this show. This show, without a doubt, hands down, is the best that has ever been seen in the UK. Strong card.
And that's something to think about here for these two men, probably the biggest fights of their lives so far. What an arena for these men.
This organization is going from strength to strength. I mean, look at it. You've got one of the most talked about main events in the country. And you know what? It's sending out international ripples, because I've got guys back home that are from America that are saying, hey, as soon as the Reed and the Tom Watson fight happens, just do me a favor, shoot me a text. I want to know how that went.
So, but at the moment, it's Colin Lewis versus Robert Devane here on the undercard of BAMMA 4, and it looks potentially a great way to start, Pierre.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for our first bout of the evening. 3 5-minute rounds of fighting in the middleweight division. Your referee for this bout is Mark Watard. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a ground and pound fighter with a professional record of 1 win, no losses, with his win coming by TKO. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he weighed in at 186 pounds. Fighting out of Portsmouth, England, please welcome Colin Lewis. His opponent fighting in the blue corner. This man is a kickboxing fighter with a record of 2 wins, 1 loss, with 1 win coming by TKO. He stands 6 feet tall, and he weighed in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, please welcome Robert, the Man, Devane.
Right, so Pierre, here we go. And you know the fascinating thing about this one? This is all about strength, I'm certain of. As you said, once Robert gets you to the ground, you're in a world of trouble. But Colin, we know's a powerhouse from his background.
It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Will you go against the other man's strength, even if it's your strength, or will you try to switch it up a little bit and maybe go to his weakness?
Well, as we can see here straight away, Lewis went immediately for the shoot, but very awkward, Pierre, very awkward.
Well, you know what? This is the beginning of the bout. You've got that pre-fight jitter, so that may be what, you know, was happening there in Colin Lewis's mind, because that was kind of an unorthodox entry into the takedown attempt.
And we did say this is possibly the biggest show either of these men has been on. That must play on their minds as well, to put on a good show.
Without a doubt, it's a lot of pressure. BAMMA is, if not the most recognized fight organization here in the UK, possibly the world.
And it's the NIA, and this is a big night for both of them. And as we said before, real test of strength here. This tells you so much about your opponent, doesn't it, when you're in the clinch like this?
Yes, but you have to remember at the beginning of every fight, the opponent, he's always going to feel so strong because you have that adrenaline just coursing through the body. As you can see here, both guys are really putting forth a lot of pressure. Oh, now that
knee there from Devane set up that guillotine, and he's tapped immediately, Pierre. A huge knee, then the guillotine. We weren't ready for that.
He caught me mid-sentence. I tell you what, this Robert Devane really surprised me with, I mean, he stayed calm. Colin Lewis was really trying to put the pressure on him, and Devane just, you know, kept a very, you know, a good pace, but however, he didn't overshoot anything and immediately went for guillotine choke.
As we can see, the knee wasn't devastating, but it was that shock factor. Once the knee hit, then the guillotine was sunk in. You said this man was a finisher. That was lightning.
Without a doubt. And the thing that I like about it the most, he shot the knee up, that raised the head up, boom, straight into the guillotine choke.
That's a cool customer there.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Ward has called a stop to this fight of 102 in the very first round, declared the winner by guillotine choke, Robert the Man Devane. There we go. Microphone was first fight of the evening. First off, congratulations. Short finish again. No one is this for overtime.
I just wanted to get in there and get out. Because, I mean, I knew he was going to be a tough opponent. I mean, he's a solid guy, so I just wanted to get in and get out.
Lots of people talking beforehand about how strong he was. Were you conscious of that?
You know, at my weight, I've never really had difficulty with my strength. It's funny because I don't look that strong, so I knew he was going to be a strong guy, but I've never really had difficulty. I think I've got the Irish redneck strength.
You have indeed. There you go, some fans over there as well. What's it like fighting in an arena this size?
Well, first of all, the cage is great, the venue is great, and it's absolutely super to be here. I just want to thank my coach, Eric O'Keefe. I also wanted to thank Tom Watson for, you know, I know he put a shout in for me to get me involved in this event. I also wanted to thank Zahabi MMA, Bruce Shaw, Mercury Engineering, and Head Rush, because without all those guys' sponsors and support, I mean, I wouldn't be here today.
You mentioned Tom Watson there. Obviously, that is the headline fight tonight. Probably one of the most talked about MMA fights in this country. Who's going to win it?
Go on the Tom, you know what I mean?
There we go. I think he's got a lot of fans. Put your hand together for your winner of the first fight of the evening, Robert Devane.